You did Onlyfans a couple of years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So were you fully nude during that?
I still have Onlyfans.
Oh, you still have it?
Yeah.
Do you have a lot of fans?
I got a few.
Yeah? Did it jump up after the whole lift incident?
It did because somebody tried to expose me.
Okay. Do you plan on kind of going forward with that and kind of expanding that, or is that just like a little side thing?
It's a side thing, you know. It's not my career, but you know, it's just something on the side.
So what is your main focus right now?
My main focus is my career.
The music?
Me as an artist, expanding my brand, taking care of my family.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you have kids?
No.
Do you plan on it?
Yeah, one day.
Yeah? Well, you mentioned earlier you were a lesbian at one point and now you're heterosexual?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What made you switch and so forth?
I don't know. I just felt like it was kind of just something to do for me. I don't know if I was really attracted to women for real. It was just something to do. Maybe I felt like I couldn't get a boyfriend when I was younger. You know, I just started liking girls. Girls was easy. Yeah, but I love men though. I love men. Yeah, but like I said, I don't have nothing against it. I used to be, you know.
Yeah. Have you had
It was just
long-term?
like a switch. It was just like why am I
switch.
doing this?
Yeah.
You know?
Have you been in long-term relationships?
Yeah, with a woman, yeah.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Do you hope to get married, have kids, and so forth at some
I
point?
do.
Yeah.
I do.
I'm sure you have a few guys sliding into your DMs after all this.
Before and after.
Before
you know,
and
this,
after?
this.
Really? Well, I'm sure after was a little more just because of all the publicity.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Well, you like to say the F word because you don't like to use the word fat. Explain why that is.
Fat. PH, fat. But I don't like to say the F word because growing up, I was always big. I was the biggest in the house, me and my dad. So that F word, it was like, we don't say this in this house because I would go home and get called fat. I mean, not go home. I would be at school. Excuse me. I would be at school and be called fat. And to go home and be in that same environment, that probably would have been horrible. So my parents banned that word, and my family banned the word as well. My family, like my outside family, they don't say the F word either. You know, we would be like PH fat, but we don't say the F word.
Family loves you. They don't want you to go through it.
They love me a lot.
You actually have some acting stuff coming up.
I do.
What is it?
I can't really speak on it, but it's a big role. It's major, you know, major people in it.
Okay. What type of character do you play?
She's quiet. She's talented. That's all I can say for now.
Okay. And you have new music coming out.
I do.
Okay. Are you working with anybody?
No. Have I worked with anybody?
Or are you working with anybody on the new music?
No, not at the moment. I plan to though.
Okay. I mean, Detroit has a lot of talented rappers out there.
Yeah, they do.
Well, Dank Demoss, I appreciate your bravery. You know, I think that you're right. You don't see a lot of people like yourself, especially women who really put themselves out there. I feel like on the male side, men who are overweight flaunt it, and you know, you see people like Biggie, and you know, before him was like Heavy D, and you see like Big X the Plug and so forth, and they kind of flaunt their weight and they use it as almost their thing. But with women, I feel like women kind of get a hard time over it. So for example, like I was saying this on my show a lot, everyone was bashing Lizzo, you know, when she was heavier. But at the same time, DJ Khaled is running around with his shirt off and he's actually bigger than Lizzo. And everyone's like, oh, that's great. And I'm like, you can't have it both ways. You know, you can't praise DJ Khaled and bash Lizzo. You see what I'm saying? Like you have to be consistent, but I feel like in the society, it's not consistent. And women get a harder time when it comes to weight. And men sometimes get praised for it. Does that bother you at all?
Yeah, it do. I spoke on that before.
Yeah.
Um, because I see it.
Yeah.
So yeah, it ain't really um too much I can do about it, but be me and make my way and bogart my way through.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree.
Well, you're doing it though.
Thank
You
you.
know, you're putting yourself out there. You're doing interviews. You come in looking fly. You got your Rolex on.
Thank
Got your
you.
chain on. Got your buffs on. Got your Gucci sneakers on. I
Yeah.
dig it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got your confidence, and I think that there's a lot of girls who are watching this right now saying, "Wow, I actually can do this." Here's an example of someone who's actually doing it, who's confident, who's putting themselves out there, who's dealing with the hate. And listen, we all deal with hate. I got a bunch of haters, you know, but at the end of the day, you also have a lot of fans. So I admire what you're doing. I wish you all the best.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. That's what it is. Peace.